Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the first episode of the Ashra Mubashara series. My name is A.Qadri, and in each episode, we are going to be discussing one Sahaba who was guaranteed paradise in the dunya by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We will be discussing their life and incidents. Our first episode will begin with Abu Bakr radiallahu anha. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam had two things to say about Abu Bakr radiallahu anha. One is that he is the greatest man to walk on the earth other than the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself, and two, that the Prophet ﷺ can never repay Abu Bakr for all that he has done. Abu Bakr radiallahu anha's real name is Abdullah ibn Quhafa, but his title was As-Sadiq, meaning trustworthy. He actually got this title after the incident of Isra al-Miraj, when the Quraysh were giving him a hard time and taunting him, saying that, do you know your friend is saying that he traveled all these great distances and did all these things in one night? Abu Bakr radiallahu anha flat out just said that, yes, I believe him because he is truthful. From there on out, he got his title of As-Sadiq, meaning trustworthy. His mother's name is Khair and his father's name is Osman ibn Quhafa. Abu Bakr radiallahu anha was born 2 years after the year of the elephant, so he is 2 years younger than the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He was a good man. He never drank alcohol and he had a perfect reputation. He was also an awesome businessman and he was really rich. Like, he had 40,000 silver coins. He even knew the lineages of all the tribes up to the fourth generation. Abu Bakr then came to know that it was his friend Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam who claimed prophethood. He then became the first free man to accept Islam. His family also accepted Islam except for his father. He was also the first to call others to Islam publicly, and many people accepted Islam on his watch, such as Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas radiallahu anha, Abu Ubaidah radiallahu anha, Abu Salama radiallahu anha, Talha ibn Ubaidullah radiallahu anha, Zubair ibn Awam radiallahu anha, Abdurrahman ibn Auf radiallahu anha, and Usman ibn Affan radiallahu anha. During the time where Muslims were being persecuted, Abu Bakr radiallahu anha freed many of the slaves who were being tortured, such as Bilal ibn Rabah and Zinera. Abu Bakr radiallahu anha also loved the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam very much, to the point where he took a beating for him and almost died. He was a man with a smaller frame and he wasn't as strong. He was beat up so badly that his mom couldn't recognize his face. He was unconscious, and then when he woke up, the first thing he wanted to know is if the Prophet ﷺ was safe. So he went with Umar ibn Khattab's radiallahu anhu's sister, Jamil bin Khattab, to Darul Arqam to see the Prophet ﷺ. At one point, Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu's father also accepted Islam. Abu Bakr radiallahu anha was happy about this, but he mentioned that he wished that Abu Talib also accepted Islam so that the Prophet ﷺ could also feel this happiness. He was also given the honor of making hijrat with the Prophet ﷺ, and at this time he had 5,000 silver coins. So if you recall, at the beginning I said that before Islam he had 40,000 silver coins, but he spent so much on Islam and freeing slaves that while he was making hijrat, he had 5,000 silver coins with him. During this time, they came upon the house of Abad, and they were thirsty. Abad did have a goat, but the goat no longer produced milk. So Prophet ﷺ stroked the goat, and the goat began to produce milk, from which the Prophet ﷺ drank. Seeing him drink, Abu Bakr radiallahu anha was so happy that he no longer felt thirsty himself. During a time where a rumor was created about his daughter, Aisha radiallahu anha, Abu Bakr radiallahu anha found out that a man he was supporting financially was involved. Abu Bakr radiallahu anha refused to support him anymore. Because of this, ayahs from Surah Nur were revealed where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned Abu Bakr radiallahu anha. Because of this, Abu Bakr radiallahu anha asked for forgiveness and he began to double what he used to give to that man. So he also participated in every single battle during the Prophet ﷺ's time, and he was the only one to lead Salah during the Prophet ﷺ's time. Abu Bakr radiallahu anha will be the first man from the Ummah to enter Jannah. When he died at the age of 63, he appointed Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anha to be the next caliph and was buried next to the Prophet ﷺ. This concludes our brief story about Abu Bakr radiallahu anha. His main trait was loving the Prophet ﷺ. So we need to take this from his life and we need to love the Prophet ﷺ just as Abu Bakr radiallahu anha loved him as well. Jazakallah khair for joining me for the first episode, and I will see you in our next episode. Assalamu alaikum.